Taylor Lewan didn't show up today, and John Robinson of the Titans just sent out a release saying that they've been trying to work on his contract, or at least have a conversation with him over the last 5-6 weeks. Has this been bubbling, and just came to the surface here, Jason?
Yeah, I got to admit, it wasn't one that I was paying too much attention to. But I mean, honestly, for any of these guys, anybody who has outperformed their contract and wants to skip and mini camp and make the calculated gamble that they'll get that $85K back on the back end, but that's a good way to sort of rattle some chains and get some people's attention. And I mean, I get that Robinson understands that they want to get something done, but I'm sure that he's sitting there looking at Nate Solder saying, well, that guy's 15. What am I? I mean, where should I be? 18? 17? 20? I mean, I don't know. This offseason is going to create a lot of issues for a lot of front offices with what happened with Cousins and what happened with Watkins. And even at the lower scale, where Dante Moncrief walks in a building with $10 million in his pocket and a chance to make $2 million more, if he's just who he's always been, which is like, I don't know, a 3.5 or 4 receiver, if he just shows up for work more times than not. I don't know, Rich. I mean, David Johnson, not surprised at all. Earl Thomas, not surprised at all. Saw those coming. And I guess, had I looked at Luan's situation more, I would have said I get it there too. The market moved really everywhere other than safety and running back. And even that McKinnon contract to a certain degree, I think had to get some people's attention at running back. Things went in an exponential fashion, and the cap's continuing to go up. And who knows what that new CBA is going to look like down the road. So I get it.
Well, with Julio Jones, Odell Beckham, and Le'Veon Bell, which guy do you think is most likely to get a new contract before the season begins, Jason?
Well, I think Le'Veon Bell's at the bottom of that list. The other two, I don't see how the Giants can play chicken with Odell. Just because he's putting on the brave face now, or extending olive branches and smiling and saying and doing all the right things. And it's one thing to do that now. If he's still set to make $8 million come August and September, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of Odell. And the Giants, I think, have to realize that. I would put him at the top of the list, which I guess means Julio goes in the middle. I don't know that Julio is going to get like Odell Beckham. That's a new contract. You know what I mean? That's at least 2 full new years and maybe 3 added on to what he's supposed to make this year. However they want to skin that cat. I think Julio may be more of a sweeten the pot, add some incentive, give him, maybe throw a few million more at him now. But I don't think he's in quite the same boat those other two are in. Certainly not Odell, who's still in his rookie contract.
I know. Are we talking $20 million for him? Is that what we're talking on per year?
I don't know how you get around that. I don't know how you get around that because it's there for him, and he knows that. And so he's sitting there with his agent, and they're looking at the landscape, and they're saying, Sammy Watkins, maybe 1 year in Sammy Watkins' career, he was even the best, most productive receiver on his own team, much less the league. And he gets, $45 million guaranteed, and he's at 17. How am I not at 20? I mean, it's because in a 32-team league, you're not going to tell me that he's on the open market. There isn't one that would do it, and it only takes one. And frankly, I think there's more than one. I mean, Landry, he's a nice player and everything. $16 million for a slot guy who averages 9 yards per catch and doesn't get in the end zone that much.
Well,
so yeah, I think 20 is a legit number.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.